you can perhaps lay out the edges, and you're going to get some pictures. Oh, I've got the left-hand corner trying to, kind of sort, and I've got the right-hand corner. Oh, it's kind of there. But you get a new piece, and it's like, and you place it somewhere, and over time, you get more information to support that, or you don't, and eventually you can form a very, very clear view. And it becomes crystal clear actually what's going on.
That obviously is a very hard thing to do, and obviously the more time you put into it, the more information, the better you get at it. But what I sort of find hard to break away from is my trust in people. I know that's ridiculous given what we've just been talking about, but if I see 10 men talking to me about their experiences and this and that, I just think I have to give them some credit because they're humans, I'm a human, and you know what, I'm going to let you talk about that because it was your experience for you.
But so that's fine, but you have to weight it. It's like, okay, so it's a percentage likelihood. Everything's in a percentage likelihood. And if I've got one person saying this is the case and they're from a valid source according to my research, then I'll give them a percentage. But then someone's saying the opposite. Now I've got these people who are backing it up, but then I know where their source is. And it's also about, over time, understanding how these sources connect. Because once you understand the power structure and how they execute power through structure, you can kind of see who fits where in the scheme of things. It's like, here's someone saying a particular thing, but you can see, they belong to this organisation, which is part of this structure, so of course they're going to be pushing this agenda. Here's their talking points. It's the same as these guys. It's like,
makes sense. I mean, I'm hoping we'll get better at that. I especially will get better at that. But I just wonder,
it takes time.
In regards to aliens, though, and you said you're quite spiritual, so maybe you'll like this. But I don't know if you know, like the McKenna brothers.
To be honest, in the information age which we live in, where you've got the Library of Alexandria at your fingertips. Yeah. It's not a shame to sit there and say, when someone says, do you know this? And you don't.
Oh, no,
it's nothing. It's nothing. Yeah. And you know what? All that information that you're purporting to tell me is at my fingertips.
Yeah.
So I can go away and I can sit there and I can...
Exactly.
Well, I'm not asking you to make you feel bad about it. You're knowing it.
Every word. I can sit there and I'll be able to research it and find both sides of the argument, find the for, the against, find cross-references.
So what is the argument?
No, well, all I was going to say was that the McKenna brothers, they're really into psychedelics. So you don't know them. Is that what the answer was?
Saying.
I'm confused.
Dennis and Terence.
Okay, anyway.
Their name is not popping to the top of my head.
He's just really into psychedelics and really into philosophy and thinking about, consciousness and all that sort of thing. And his answer to the alien, one of his answers to the alien UFO phenomenon of the past, let's say 60 years or so, that the human race has sort of experienced this UFO fucking mystery thing, is that it's a consequence of our affluence, like scientifically, and our lifestyles becoming more technological, becoming more detached from, our spiritual side, and being so scientific. Our religion is science now, and we're so regimented, strict, and everything is so structured and mathematical that we're requiring now, and everything we do is testable, predictable, and logical. That our brains are crying out and desperate for some mystery and for some things that are unprovable and unidentifiable, and something that just to counteract that whole part of this new life that we've created.
Yeah, it smells like bullshit to me. And,
it's just a nice way of looking at things. I mean, there's no right or wrong with that.
No.
I just like thinking about that sort of shit. Don't fucking tell me that's bullshit. I like thinking about that sort of shit.
Yeah, sorry. Welcome to my world. So that's pretty much. So it's like
it depends what side of the coin you want to look at.
But I'm talking about human psyche, though.
No, I understand.
That's what I'm just talking about.
It smells like bullshit. No, I'll explain why. Right. So what happens is they use a particular technique called predictive programming. So they put ideas into your head. They use that, and the way they do that, the method of delivery is with culture. So it'll be your TVs, your movies, your magazines, your science fiction books. And so they've created in your head this idea of something bigger and out there that's, more powerful than God, more powerful than humanity, and it's something. And it's part of the Antichrist Antichrist agenda.
Okay, so you're talking about the reason that the alien whole thing has come about from the...
Is that
elite
it's just part of their plan and their stage show to take over. Yeah. 100%.
And do you think that makes...
yeah, that's what I've heard.
Do you think that... yeah, we've heard that view before. Do you think that their overall plan is to stage an alien invasion? That's what's going to bring us under their full control. Isn't that what one of the things?
Yeah. No. This is good. This is. Okay. So now we're on my preferred subject matter.
Okay. All right.
Which is okay. We know what's come before us. What's really more important to me is what's going to come next in the next few years, where I should be prepared and I should be preparing others. And you can look at the Bible and Revelations, and they describe pretty much what's happening now and what's going to happen, what's come to pass, and you can see how that's going to happen in the world. It's interesting. I frequent Bible scholars, and they will tell me about how...
So are you Catholic? Are you Christian?
I'll describe myself as spiritual. So I don't
do you believe in a God? A creator? Because you talk a lot about... you must believe in some form of that if you believe that other people believe in the opposite of...
I believe in good and evil.
Do you believe in good and evil?
And I believe in
a religious sense of good and evil, or in
religious means dogma.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of dogma. I look at the Bible, I look at any other holy book, and I can see the wisdom that's written in those words.
Have you had a spiritual experience?
Many.
Okay. Good.
All right, good.
Many.
No, I need to ask.
Yeah, many. And it's a personal experience.
Do you see psychics? Do you believe in people being able to contact, channel other spirits that are moved on from this life?
I believe that everybody has their own individual supernatural experiences.
Yeah.
They perceive it in a very individual way, and the difficulty is when they speak to other people and they talk to other people about their supernatural experiences, they don't really understand them because they don't experience them in the same way, and they're very, very different. And so one person's supernatural experience is chalk and cheese to another, and so they talk to each other, and you could even have two people that have a wildly supernatural experience. They'll talk to each other and walk away going, what?
Yeah. Anyone want a cup of tea?
No, thanks.
Where for me, I come from the point of view of I've had my supernatural experiences. I've met enough people who've had their own supernatural experience, and they describe it to me. And because I'm broad-minded and well-read, I'm aware of how they might have interpreted it.
Yeah.
And there's a point when people are saying something to you, you're just going to sit there and go, well, maybe you're not lying to me. This is what you really went through. And you know what? If I tell you my story about what I went through, you'll be completely blown away as well, because it's not normal.
Yeah.
And so I'm in a situation where I understand that different people have their...
That's what I meant before, by sort of giving people the credit when they tell you an experience of theirs and a story.
You can't just discount
that. Let them have that, because that's their experience, and that's the most valuable thing
that we have. That's number one, is experience.
And you let them
It's not hearsay,
that.
It's like, I did
I
this.
Experienced that,
okay. That's it's first-hand information.
Yes.
Exactly. And you shouldn't discount, because I tell you, I've experienced personally mind-blowing things. I've seen things that are mind-blowing, and I have a perception of the world that could tell me that there's mind-blowing things going on. So, I try not to shut down, because you can't. Shutting yourself it's a limiting factor. It's not a...
No, without a doubt.
It's not expanding you at all.
It's the highest form of ignorance to sort of discount things you don't know about,
Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more there. So,
wait, you were talking about your favourite topic, the future, and you were saying you're looking into biblical. So tell us?
Oh, we were talking about the next 5 years and what's going to happen. Is it wars, mayhem, zombie apocalypse? What are we facing here? Is it the rise of the Antichrist, according to Revelations in the Bible? Or are we just going to watch the fizz and spit of these would-be tyrants as they blow their last bolt and reside into decline into the history of failures as they should? What's to happen? I think I understand the plan and where they're going to go. I reckon they're behind and they're all over the place and it's off the rails. It's off the rails.
It is.
It's off the rails.
I think it's all over the shop. I think there's some serious shit going on. And people need to fucking wake up and check out.
And now's not the time to sit back and go, and be complacent and say, hey, it's off the rails. Someone else is going to do it. Yeah. Now is the time to, even if you've done nothing before in your life, go and do something. And you know what? That minimum can be go and talk to your neighbour and just say, hey, bigger things exist. Yeah. You know what? If you do that, you've done something. Do something. Don't do nothing.
Use your iPhone, record yourself, do anything, put it on the web, utilise the web. Most of all, check out fucking documentary sites. Definitely.
Create a little letter.
Go to one of Michael's Truth Cinema.
Go to Truth
Cinema. If you can find a website you like, perhaps write up a little blurb and then go letterbox your neighbourhood.
Absolutely.
When you're having a barbecue with your friends or dinner with your friends, don't shirk from the uncomfortable situations, because you can own those situations because everyone else is uncomfortable.
Definitely.
You can be there and be comfortable. And just do it, and even if it's just putting a sticker on your bumper bar, or just or saying something to somebody behind you in the checkout line at the supermarket, saying, "Hey, why do we use this cashless checkout society? We should be free. What's with this food? It's got no nutrition." Even if you do that and walk away,
that's right.
You've won a victory for humanity, because it's not about the person who prepares the seed. It's not about prepares the ground, the dirt. It's not about the person who sows the seed. It's not about the person who provides it sunshine. It's not about the person who provides it water or a team. And you don't know who you are in the equation at any one time, but all of us are fertilising the plant and will sprout into an amazing new humanity. I look forward to a new renaissance. I really do. When we come out from the shadows, we explode, because that's humanity, that's life, that's nature.
I do see a future in my head, and sometimes I walk down the street and I'm able to put myself in that future, and I feel and endorphins rush to my brain, and I feel an exhilaration which I don't feel in this everyday life. I feel the fact that we could possibly, if we do get there, then...
Well, that's a state of mind that will help you create the future.
Definitely.
Everyone needs to be in that state of mind where we're all collectively creating the future that we really want, rather than the creating, and we are actively creating the prison of the future for the criminals.
Yes.
So rather than worry about the criminals and bringing them to justice and things like that, that's going to happen in good time. We need to talk about what we're going to do, how we're going to push forward. Ignore them, fuck them. They're actually parasites. They're 1% on us. We throw them off, and
that's the key, isn't it? They're only 1%.
It's actually 0.1 of 1%.
We've been chanting these facts for so long. 1%. We are the 99%. We are the majority, motherfuckers. We can fucking do this shit.
We can create a world. We don't need them. We can create a world where it's fair, equal, just, moral, and we can live happily, peacefully. No 5 days work a week. 2 or 3 days work a week. Contribute to society how you want to contribute. Utilise technology in a sustainable and good fashion. Rather than for the fucking... Sustainable.
Yeah, sustainable is a swear word, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Because it is. We should be looking for a sustainable future, but we shouldn't be forced with swear words in our mouths going, we're the enemy. It's like we are part of this environment.
Exactly.
We're designed by God, however you believe that, to be part of this environment. And we are, and we should be greater caretakers than we currently are.
Definitely.
We shouldn't be fighting each other, blowing each other up, drones, and then Obama, crying about children at Sandy Hook. But he signs death warrants for children every day with the drones as they fly over